Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got quite a few challenges today, so we're just going to get started. Essentially, we're going for the two loyalty challenge, and there's a whole bunch: Grape Picker, Harvest Season, Going Above, a Vintage Year, and 2 Loyalty. So the first thing we need to do is get some poison. So if you've got poison in your inventory, you can just skip this whole bit. But we're going to go and grab ourselves the mercenary disguise, which is the guys in black inside the villa grounds. This seems to be the best disguise in the level. So there's a couple of guys here. We could just create a distraction and
probably keep something weird
subdue them both.
Weird?
Pop on the disguise, and away we go.
What's that? Someone should go and see. Now.
Bam. Subdue this guy. Don't worry about weapons or anything because we've got the mercenary disguise, so there are no frisks yet. We don't actually need any guns, so you can probably drop them whenever you like. And I'm not entirely sure if these bodies are found where they are, but this is a very long challenge, so we are just going to hide all the bodies just because we don't want to be found at all. Leaving weapons around is not too big a deal because they're found, they get taken away, and yeah, that's really it. Eventually we're going to pass through a frisk, but that's not for ages. So the poison is in the bathroom of the main bedroom in the villa. So like I say, if you've got poison, bring it along. If you don't, let's go and grab some. Huh? Alright, so we'll grab the poison. Now we're going to head down into the basement of the villa, where it's like a big wine cellar. There's going to be a meeting that happens down there right at the very end of the challenge, and that's what we're going to be trying to do, is to get Don Yates down into this basement. So there's a glass of, or there's an empty glass at the head of the table, and we're just going to poison that. You can do it later, but there's a lot of people around, and I found it very difficult to do it. So I reckon just do it now. Make it easy for yourself. So what we're going to do now is we need to go and find Corvid Black, and this will start the next part of the wine tour. So we need to head out into the main kind of area, and there's a bit overlooking the inside, and he's just in there. I know I can't really explain it properly, but you'll know where I mean when we get out here. So this is like the entrance, and downstairs is all the vats and stuff where they make all the wine. But if we just go and talk to Black,
Scorbo, got a message from the boss.
We can carry on.
Calls.
So we're just going to have a conversation with this guy.
That's right. Yates
and then we
arranged
just
for the chief
interact with
winemaker
him.
to take Burnwood in tomorrow.
Mr. Black. What is it? Message from
Okay,
Gabriel
so
Vargas,
once you
chief
have
winemaker.
interacted with Black,
Says the tour is about to start.
we now
They're
need to
waiting for you
head
down by
down
the grape
to the
fields.
grapevines and start the next. God, he's so rude with his little white trainers. So we'll head down to the actual vineyard itself, and we need to get ourselves a vineyard's workers disguise, and that will get us our first challenge, the Grape Picker. So if we just head over here, there is a distraction that we can do, and it will either bring a male or a female vineyard worker. If the male one comes, great, subdue him, but for me, the female one came first, so I just had to do it again. So we'll subdue her, create the distraction again, and then the male one will come. Because, you know, 47 he doesn't wear female clothes, even though it's just like a boiler suit and some gumboots. Can't possibly put that on. Might be a bit tight, I suppose. Alright, so we'll pop her body in this crate. And we will go and subdue this guy now. Yeah, give it a kick, mate. Now, to me, that is just a drum of water. I'm not entirely sure why it's like a motor, but anyway, doesn't matter. We're not here to ask questions. We're just here to subdue people and put their clothes on. So once we've got this disguise, that's our first challenge, Grape Picker. We're now going to go and find a grape knife. Now there's a couple around the area, and there's also a couple of enforcers, so just be aware of that. We probably could have kept our other disguise on because there's no enforcers around here for that disguise, but we wanted to get the Grape Picker, so we may as well. Now around here, using your instinct, there are bunches of grapes. We only need 3, but like I said, just be aware there are a few enforcers around, and obviously they'll be standing close to some of the grapes that we need. So here's another one, and then there's another one down the way. So we'll grab those 3. And now we need to go and give them to the wine maker. He's standing over here with his funny little hat on. So just go head over to him.
Mr. Vargas, I have the 3 grapes you requested.
We'll give him the grapes.
Now,
And he just puts them in his pocket. Oh man, love it.
good size.
Making pocket wine.
Firm. Seeds brown. Excellent. Finally, taste. Sweet, flavorful, robust tannins.
Okay.
Floral notes. Marvelous. Why, I say these grapes are ripe for harvest. Before
Fantastic.
the workers, will you, Ramon? I have a third to contact.
Will do.
So that is going to make the next part of the challenge happen. We're going to put our mercenary disguise back on, and now we need to go and steal ourselves a bottle of wine. Just going to head over here, and we need to make the conversation happen. Just be aware that there is an enforcer looking straight at us.
Ah,
So once they've started talking, we can
hello.
leave.
Welcome to Viñeda.
Sometimes
I do apologize.
it's very weird. I don't understand how it's like a proximity thing or a timed thing, because sometimes you can it just works, and other times they stand there and don't move. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to head up to the upper level of this part and head into like the security area, because what we need to do is turn off the security and then run down into the locked off area. You get a minute to do it. It's a lot of time, yeah, and obviously we've got the right disguise on, so we're good. We can just run straight down there. We don't need to worry. Interact with this computer and disable security doors. Now we just need to run down and head into the room that has unlocked. Like you see, we've got a minute, but we can make it in about 15 seconds. I feel if you had a different disguise on, it might be a little bit harder, but I don't know. Once you head through these doors, you'll get the going above challenge. There are also 2 guys in this room, and we need one of their disguises, so we need to take them both out. The code is 1945. So we just head in here, and you can use any sort of distraction, and we will just bring one of the guys in here. It could be either one of them, it could be the one we need, or it might not be. So we've still got 20 seconds counting down, we're already in here. So one of them's going to come in, it's not the one we need.
Not bad.
So we'll take him out. And then we need to go and subdue the other one. Now just be aware that even though the glass is frosted, people still can see in. So you just got to be lucky, I think. Pop the disguise on before you dump the body, otherwise you can't. Dump it in. And now we'll go and pick up the bottle of wine, and that will give us the vintage year challenge complete. Now the next part is we're going to be heading through a frisk zone, so just drop any weapons that you have.
Hey, Flowers! Over here. Come on, while we're young.
Give him,
Sir,
give him,
I present
have a
to
chat
you
to him.
the 1945 Grand Paladin.
Huh. Somehow I thought it'd be bigger. Come on, Flowers. Guests are waiting.
Okay, so like I say, this is where the frisk happens, so just drop any weapons that you have, drop them somewhere that no one's going to find them, because we don't want anything happening. And essentially now, we just need to follow this guy. He's going to take us all the way back up to
Go on, get yourself
that
patted
room
down.
where we poison
We're still
the
on alert from all
glass,
those big shot CEOs getting off.
and we just need to
If you
follow
wanna come
follow
through, I'm
along
gonna
with the
need to pat
prompts.
you down.
So it's quite, it's
You
another
seem
10
nervous.
minutes or so before
got something
anything
to
actually
hide.
happens. So I'm going to speed some things up and cut some things out, and we'll come back. Once we're in the room, pop the bottle on the table, and again, now we just need to wait. This guy's going to go around the room and pour all the glasses of wine. The Don's going to come in, there's going to be a very big speech, and then we are going to have to present the wine. So we'll come back when we do that.
Mr. Flowers.
So when you're asked,
This
present the wine, and the challenge will play itself out. This is
One of
very
only
cool,
5 bottles
and it's
in
very
existence.
important. So I'm going to
The
cut it.
vintage
We're not going to
is
watch it. I
legendary.
want you to all
The
experience it for
proverbial
yourselves.
unicorn wine.
So guys, like always,
The year was
thank you
hot.
so much for coming to
Wines
hang out with me
super
today. I
concentrated.
really appreciate
Thanks
it.
to hail
If you're
and
new
frost,
here, make sure
the
you
production
subscribe
was
so you
small.
don't miss out on
Only
any of the
300
other
bottles
challenges as we
ever
make our way
produced.
through the world of
And the
assassination.
vineyard was bombed
We'll
during
catch you in the next
closing
one.
days of World
Ciao.
War II.